There we go. Let me know if you guys can hear me. We are here at Cochiti Lake in New Mexico. I just hooked up on a big old carp. We're gonna save him and keep him for cut bait. Good catfish bait. I'm using my crappie pole to throw out a couple of small lures and jigs just because I can cast a lot farther with this thing when it comes to lighter lures. There's a bunch of algae and debris right here by the bank, so trying to stay on the other side of it, reel into it, see if there's anything hiding on the other side of all this debris, and we'll take our bait. Hooked up on a big old carp with a night crawler. I threw out a whole night crawler and my pole almost got sucked into the water. Took it down really good. Been out here for about 20 minutes now. So see if we can hook up on something else. I know they've been catching a lot of white bass, crappies. There's so many types of fish in here. You don't know what you're gonna get. Right now I'm just throwing out this little rippled shad. If I can reach him. Throwing out this little rippled shad with the little pink jig head. I love the pink jig heads for some reason. That's the color I like to use when I'm fishing. But little rippled shad. Using my 12-foot crappie pole just to get it out there as far as I can. I can cast a lot farther with this pole, so especially when it comes to lightweight lures. That sun is coming out, beating down on me pretty good. I was trying to get out here a little earlier, but I had some stuff I needed to take care of before I left the house, so got out here a little late. Doesn't mean we won't catch fish though. We already got one. Audio is good. Thank you. Catch a fish. What you fishing for? We are fishing for whatever takes our night crawler and whatever hits our little soft plastic over here. I know these little soft plastics, I've caught white bass and walleye with them. So right now I just caught a stick. Cara su barba. So we're using this little soft plastic. I already caught a big old carp on the night crawler. I'll show you guys now here in a bit. We were setting up and I threw out my bait like I always do when I get to the lake. I always throw out my bait first just because that one just there. So, but we ended up hooking into this big old beast. This guy's gonna be cut bait for catfish. That's catfish bait right there. So we got him on a night crawler. Walleye is the best to eat, I think. Yes, I agree. Walleye is really good eating. Really, really good eating. I really like eating pike. That's one of my favorites to eat. We'll be luring for pike here in a bit. I just wanted to throw this little soft plastic out for a while, see if anything would take it. Felt like I was getting hit a while ago, but didn't take me for a ride, so I could have been bumping into rocks. The water has some algae in it. There's a bunch of debris here by the bank. Ooh, another nice one. Catching all these fish sticks, clearing out the way. Just clearing out the way for my lure. Catch some river monsters. I've been wanting to. I am Jacqueline. Find muddy holes. There's crawfish in them. Oh yeah, those little guys are everywhere around here. Right now, like I said, we just have that night crawler sitting out there, and I'm throwing out this little soft plastic, see if I can get something to take it down. Nuclear. Oh. Gonna be using that big old carp as catfish bait, so that's gonna be some good fillets on that guy for our next trip. See if we can catch a white bass or walleye out of here. Those are the two fish that I haven't caught out of here, are walleyes and white bass. I know they have black bass in here too. Oh, my line got tangled up. My line got tangled up. That's the thing about this long pole, is I have to be careful because that line will tangle up right at the tip. Is there a limit for walleye there? I'm not too sure. I would have to check. I think we're allowed 5 walleyes. We're allowed 5 walleyes, 5 bass, 5 trout. White bass, I think it's a little more, might be 10. We're allowed 10 pike. And at Eagle's Nest, it's no limit on pike. And then catfish, I think it's 10 or 15. I think it might be 15 on catfish. What else? What else? I know it's 20 crappie per day, 30 perch, something like that. So we have some interesting bag limits on certain fish. I knew my little swim bait was swimming weird. It was tangled up on itself. Dope stream. This is Cochiti Lake. I'll give you guys a little view. It's a pretty big lake. Goes all the way to the back, way over there, around those cliffs. So it's a nice place to fish. It's not too far away from home. Albuquerque's what, 45 minutes away? So it's not that far of a drive. We get good service here, so we're allowed to go. We're able to go live, I mean, which is nice. That way you guys can experience this with us. Lately, we've been going to places where we have good service. That way we can go live with you guys. Carolina Kayak. Cheers. How's it going? Thank you guys for joining us. For those of you guys just tuning in, we hooked up on a big old carp as soon as we got here with the night crawler. I hadn't turned on the live yet. I have a habit of showing up to the lakes or the rivers and throwing out my bait line, and then I set up just because it sits in the water longer. So just giving it time to soak, and for some reason it took my night crawler really quick too. So that was pretty fun. Gave me a good fight. Cool. Oh yeah. Right now I'm just throwing out a little soft plastic swim bait. Trying to see if I can hook up into a white bass or something. I'll cast this guy out for a while. So I'm using my crappie pole too, just because these lighter lures and jigs, I can actually cast pretty far with this thing. And it's a cool rod to use. I like fighting fish on this thing. Catching crappie is so much fun. My night crawler hasn't gotten hit anymore, so I might have caught the only carp that was sitting there. But there's a lot of debris in the water. There's a lot of algae. Hopefully, this little breeze picks up and pushes it off to the side. It's already moving slowly out of our way, so when we got here, there was a lot more in front of us. Ooh, I don't know if that was a hit. I felt very fishy right there. Felt like a fish. Sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. What's going on? What's everybody else up to today? We had the day off today. Had a couple of business calls this morning, but that's about it for today. And now fishing. Gold jigs. I have the best results for most walleye. Nice. I have a couple of gold ones. I have some gold cast masters. Gold spinners. I don't know what else I have that's gold in there. I know I have a gold crankbait as well. Probably throw that out in a while. Just have to be careful out here because we have a bunch of pike and they'll hit all the bass lures as well. So always use a metal leader when you're out here. Oh, there looks like they're hooked into something over there. Oh yeah, they got something. Let's see what he pulls out. Seems like he's fighting a decent fish. I think they're fishing for catfish over there. What are the best gold jigs? I'm not too sure. I really like using gold cast masters. Those are actually really good for me. I do really well on brown trout when I use gold cast masters. I think the Google eyes are best jigs. I'm gonna have to look those up. Liked and shared. Thank you. Deeply appreciated. Deeply appreciated. Shinigami. Hola. Christopher, where are you fishing today? We are here at Cochiti Lake. There's a little bit of algae and what's it called? A bunch of debris right here in front of us. It's been getting pushed out little by little, so it's clearing up the way here. We already hooked into a big old carp. Caught him before the live turned on. Threw out a whole night crawler. I'm here in Barbados. Nice. Where is Barbados located at? All right. I'm gonna throw out a spoon, see if I can hook into a pike. See if we can hook into something big. No wind is pretty good. Oh yeah, we checked the weather before we came. It said it was gonna be a high of 9 miles an hour. So hopefully it doesn't pick up till later. Caribbean. Oh, nice. Well, hello. We're out here in New Mexico. All right. I'm gonna throw out this very colorful spoon that I got last night. It looked pretty, so I decided to buy it and test it out, see if it'll catch something here today. There's always a bunch of pike right here by this bank. I hooked into my PB pike here. He's 38.5 inches. He was skinny, but he was long. I have a couple other swim baits and spoons that I can use as well that I like using here. I'm gonna check my night crawler before I continue luring. See if you guys can see it. Oh, he's still on there. See if something will come by and take it. My buddy Earl Conway is placing a bunch of structure out there. Too bad you can't fly any drones there. I didn't even know there was a ban on drones here. I thought you can fly those guys practically everywhere. Rattling Google Eye jigs. You gotta check these out. Very good to use. Yeah, I'll put that down and I'll look them up and see if I can find some near me. If not, I'll order them online, try them out, see how they do. Thank you. Yeah, when did they start allowing drones to be flown here? Because I seen a couple of people put some nice shots of drone videos out here. I didn't even know they had stopped that. Sorry guys, I had to clear my throat. All right, get that spoon back in the water. Last time there was a bunch of debris in here. I was using a spinner. Ended up hooking into a small pike by the bank right under a log. That was pretty fun. Right now that algae is pretty thick. I always forget to grease this reel. It's one of my favorite poles to use, and I always forget to grease it. It's been sounding like that for a long time now. It's a little wonky. Still gets the job done though. I worked all weekend nights and just woke up. You have to get permission there ahead of time. Oh, okay. Is it because of the Pueblo? Need to check my drag on this thing. I didn't even check it. It's a little tight. It's a little too loose. There we go. Yes. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Lux Flow. Anything yet? We caught a big old carp on a night crawler a while ago. We didn't have the live going yet, but hooked up on a big old carp. We're gonna use him as cut bait. It's the first carp I ever pull out of here. Caught a bunch of pike and a bunch of crappie out of here. A few smallmouths, nothing big. My PB pike came out of here. There's a lot of pike in this lake. I know there's walleye in here as well. I've never caught one, but I've heard of people catching them and seen a couple of posts of the nice walleyes they pull out of here. So it'd be nice if we can hook into a walleye. Sorry about that. Nice. Elijah Benton. Hey, how's it going, man? Thank you for joining us. We're out here at Cochiti Lake in New Mexico. I'm gonna go grab something right away. I'll be right back, guys. It's getting super hot. Let's see what I can switch into. Can try a jerk bait or a spinner. Let's try a spinner. Let's try a spinner right now. That spoon is nice, but doesn't have a lot of weight on it, so I can't cast it too far. Let's see if English or Spanish, whichever you prefer. I like fishing. Yes, any fish yet? Like the Cape. Yeah, we ended up catching a big old carp on a night crawler. I didn't have the live going. I was just setting up. Potentially inappropriate messages are held for review. Somebody got blocked. Yeah, I can see why. I'm surprised you didn't bring your kayak. I wanted to, but sometimes the wind picks up when you're out there and it's a struggle to get back. Sick. Thank you. Let me go show you guys. I'll bring that carp over here so you guys can see it. It's a big old fat one. That one's gonna be catfish bait. Where you at, fishy fishy? There you are. This guy's catfish bait. That's a pretty big carp. Big old fat one. That's gonna be a lot of cut bait right there. Yeah, last time I was out here, I was on the kayak, but I don't do too well when I'm fishing off the kayak. For some reason, the fish get scared. I don't know if I spook them while I'm paddling or if they can feel the vibrations of the kayak, but for some reason, I don't do too well when I'm using my kayak out here. I've used it out at Fenton, and I've caught quite a bit of fish out there. But out here, for some reason, I can't.